Good day, guys. This is Mr. Prince, Maths and Science class. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about SURD. So a SURD is defined as an irrational number that can be expressed in the form of a root that cannot be simplified into a whole number or a rational number. And you can see from the examples I put in on the screen, that's root 2, root 3, root 12, root 50. Okay? So any number that you see that you cannot find like the perfect square root for it, but it can be broken down with one number having a square root and the other number not having a square root, is a SURD. So I'm going to do some examples. So number one, let's rationalize root 12. So for root 12, if we do 2 times 6 will give us 12, right? But we cannot find the square root of 2. We cannot find the square root of 6. So we can go to 3. So we have 3 times 4, right? The square root of 3 times 4. We cannot find the square root of 3, but we can find the square root of 4. And we know that the square root of 4 is 2, right? So that will be root 3 times 2. Okay? So we can write it as 2 root 3. This is the proper way to write it. So that's number one. Number two, let's do root 20. In root 20, if we do 2 times 10, it's 20. But we cannot find the square root of 2, we cannot find the square root of 10. So let's move up. There's no number that can be multiplied with 3 that will give us 20. So we can move up to 4. So 4 times 5 is 20, right? We can find the square root of 4, but we cannot find the square root of 5. So that's 4, square root of 4 times 5, right? The square root of 4 times 5 is equal to the square root of 20. So when we find the square root of 2, the square root of 4, the square root of 4 is 2, right? 2 times root 5. Okay? Sorry about that. So that's 2 times root 5. Okay? And then we can write it as 2 root 5. So now we'll do number 3. Number 3 is root 18. So root 18, if we do 2 times 9, will give us 18, right? 2 times 9 will give us 18. We can find the square root of 9. The square root of 9 is 3, but we can't find the square root of 2. So let's say root 2 times 3, right? That will be 3 root 2. We'll write it as 3 root 2. Number 4, root 50. Okay? Root 50. So we can do 2 times 25. So a easier way to find the SURD is that you can start from a smaller number to a bigger number. So for example, let's say you divided 1 by 50, it will give us 50. If you divide 2 by 50, it will give us 25. You divide 3 by 50, it wouldn't go. So 4 by 50 will not go. 5 will go in 50 10 times. So what we do is that whenever you start with a smaller number, make sure you look for a smaller number that you can multiply with another bigger number that you can find the square root of one of them. It makes it much easier for you. So for 2 times 25, that will be root 2 times 5, right? So we can write it as 5 root 2. Number 5 is root 48. Root 48, we can say this is root 16 times 3. If we do 48 divided by 2 is 24. So 24 times 2 will also give us 48. But we don't have a perfect square root for 24. We don't have a perfect square root for 2. So 16 times 3 is the best option. So then we'll write it as 3 root 4. Right? 4 root 3. 4 root 3. Number 6. We have root 75. Right? Root 75 is 25 times 3. 25 times 3. Right? So the square root of 25 is 5. So we can say that we have the answer to be 5 root 3. So now I'm going to do the expansion of different rational terms, rational numbers. So let's do number 7. That will be 3. Let's do 3 plus root 5 multiplied by 3 minus root 5. So we're going to expand and open the brackets. 3 will multiply 3. 3 will multiply minus root 5. Root 5 will multiply 3. Root 5 will multiply the root 5 here. So there we get 3 times 3 will be 9. And 3 times minus root 5 will be minus 3 root 5. Root 5 times 3 will be plus 3 root 5. And root 5 minus root 5 is minus root 25. So minus 3 root 5 will cancel plus 3 root 5. That's 0, right? So and we know that the square root of 25 is 5. So that will be 9 minus 5. And 9 minus 5 will give us 4. Right? So now we are going to simplify the following rational terms. So the first one is 7 plus 2 root 3 times 7 minus 2 root 3. So now we're going to expand. So 7 will multiply 7, 7 will multiply minus 2 root 3, plus 2 root 3 will multiply 7, plus 2 root 3 will multiply minus 2 root 3, right? So if we do 7 times 7, we get 49, right? And then we do 7 times minus 2 root 3 will give us minus 14 root 3. And then 2 root 3 times 7 will give us plus 14 root 3, right? And 2 root 3 times minus 2 root 3 will give us minus 4 root 9. So this one will cross out each other to give 0. So now we have 49 minus 4 root 9. Root 9 is 3. So that's minus 4 times 3, right? So that's 49 minus 12. And 49 minus 12 will give us 37. Okay, so now let's do number 2. So we have 5 plus root 2 times 5 minus root 2. So 5 times 5 is 25. And 5 times minus root 2 is minus 5 root 2. 5 times plus root 2 is 5 root 2. And then we have minus root 4, right? So this will cross out each other. So that will be 25 minus root 4 is 2. So 25 minus 2 will give us 23, okay? And then for number 3, we have x plus root y times x minus root y. So we use this one to multiply this. This one multiplies this. This one multiplies this. This one multiplies this. Okay, so x times x is x squared. X times minus root y is minus x root y. Root y times x is plus x root y. Okay, and root y plus root y times minus root y is minus root y squared, right? So these two will cross out each other to give 0. This one will cross the root out. So that our final answer will be x squared minus y. Okay. And then we have number 4. So number 4 is 4 root 2 plus 3 times root 5 minus root 2. So if we expand it, 4 root 2 times root 5 will give us 4 root 10. Okay. And 4 root 2 times minus root 2 will give us minus 4 root 4. Right. And 3 times root 5 will give us plus 3 root 5. Right. And minus 3 root 2. Okay. So for if we find the square root of minus 4 times the square root of 4 is minus 4 times 2. So that will be 4 root 10. So that's 4 root 10 minus 8, right? Plus 3 root 5 minus 3 root 2. Okay, minus 3 root 2. So if we're writing out the final answer, this is it, but we can just rewrite it. We can rewrite it like this as 4 root 10 plus 3 root 5. I want to put all the roots together, minus 3 root 2. Then I bring 8 to the last side, minus 8. So this will be the final answer. So that's it for SURDS. So I'm gonna do another video, part 2, that will gonna be like rationalizing of fraction, like SURDS in a fractional form, where we're gonna be talking about conjugate SURD. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.